This weekend, we have an awesome prize to give away from the guys at Mantic Games. What they've put up for grabs is a retail copy of The Walking Dead All-Out War, along with 50 quid of Mantic goodies. Now, for your chance to win, we have 2 videos you can comment on, either our demo game or the main weekender. You can comment on Facebook, YouTube, or Beasts of War for your chance to win. Hi everybody, welcome to Let's Play The Walking Dead. I've been waiting to play this because anyone who knows me knows I love me some zombies.
You do. You do. And I've also been looking forward to this.
Yeah.
But I know nothing of The Walking Dead. So while they're all having their Walking Dead in-jokes between them that I won't understand, I'm just going to continuously fire out my own zombie references from every zombie movie that I've loved.
Warren, nosy word.
Oh,
these are walkers.
Walkers.
So
we're joined
by
the incredible Mark Latham.
Oh, thank you.
Writer of the game. You will know him of White Dwarf fame. You were the senior editor of Warhammer 6th Edition.
Sixth, full
writer of Legends of the Old West.
Warhammer Historical.
And I think you did the Napoleon supplement for that as well, or Napoleon
the
game?
Waterloo,
the Waterloo game.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
He's now an independent games designer, and we're about to put him to the ultimate test.
Right here.
So it's a Let's Play, Justin.
Yes.
Okay. Mark, do you want to talk us through where we are? What are we looking at here on the board?
Okay, this is kind of a setup from the core game, as you'll see from the Kickstarter, which is everything that you get in the core box.
Yeah.
So we set up a basic level game here, which is roughly 100 points.
Okay.
So you have Rick and Carl on one side.
Okay, so over here we have Rick and Carl.
Yeah.
Who, if you've watched the TV show, now I will warn you, this is the comic book license, so let's be clear on that. But Rick and Carl, if you've watched the TV show, you know who they are. They're 2 of the main characters. So for your benefit, Warren, Carl is the sheriff who wakes up after being shot in the middle of the zombie apocalypse.
Rick.
Okay.
His son, on the other hand, is off with his mum.
This is Rick.
Yes, Rick is the father.
Rick's the daddy.
Carl's the son.
Okay. Okay.
We got that?
That's grand.
Okay.
And they've just escaped from a shopping centre.
Well, okay, why not?
You see, this is great. All the classics I expect him not to get, so that's okay.
If it's the shopping centre, it's, what is it, Dawn of the Dead you're on about?
Might be.
I remember the remake, which was one of my favourite zombie movies,
okay.
So yeah.
They've escaped from the shopping centre. They're on their way to hijack a car to get to a cabin in the woods. Okay?
Well, most likely to
If
get
you
back
like.
to their
That can be the story in your head.
Right. What's going on over there?
On my side, I have Patrick with his baseball bat, who's this guy here. I then have Liam, who is an absolute coward. And I then have Derek, who's just a bit of a badass.
Okay.
They are from the comic books. I still have to read the comic books, to my shame. I will be taking care of this presently.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So like I said, it's about 100 points worth of survivors on each side.
Yep.
So we need 100 points worth of walkers, and that's what you've got here in the centre of the board.
Yeah, so we've got ourselves 6 walkers set up in the middle of the board.
So this is the walker zone, and in the walker zone you have the walkers, naturally, a bunch of wrecked cars.
Yeah, which are these tokens here.
Now, this is all very early prototype stuff here that we're working with. This is essentially
a developer level kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should really point that out earlier.
Yeah.
And the object of the game is to collect loot to take back to your side.
All of these lovely little bags of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So how many loot tokens do we need to collect to win the game?
You need to collect 5 at this level of game.
5 at this level of game.
And I'll assume those loot tokens are, bottles of water, Twinkies, bags of crisps, whatever. Just what you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in Warren's case, it's stuff for his ice cream machine for the ice cream van that we will drive around in.
Yes, it's for the ice cream van, which is just sitting right above your head now.
Oh yeah.
So at some point, the ice cream van may just drive on and save me. So I'll just keep that here, just in case I need it.
We're making our own game now.
No, this is an old gag from a good while ago. Someone actually drew myself and Warren for the zombie apocalypse, standing in front of an ice cream van because we had discussed how we would survive.
This is the ultimate survival machine for zombie apocalypse, or walker apocalypse in this case.
Yeah.
So we will keep it nearby.
Yes, of course.
Right.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Loot tokens, I should point out.
Yeah.
The physical token, when you search it, is removed and becomes kind of a marker of how many you've got to win the game.
So you just keep them as a wee pile of tokens.
Yeah, you keep those on the side.
Okay.
But searching them also triggers the drawing of a loot card from the loot deck.
Over here, Warren?
Which is a small deck there.
Yeah.
That can be anything from nothing to a booby trap, which sets off an explosion. It could be a lurker, which is a hidden walker who's going to jump out at you.
Right.
But most often, there'll be something useful, like bandages, or an ammo reload, or a metal pipe, something you can use in the game.
Can I find a shiv?
A shiv?
I want a blade.
There may be a blade in that deck.
Good, because I know the series. I know the best way to deal with these walkers is to be bloody quiet.
Okay, right.
He shouts.
Yes. So
I'm just waiting for a screwdriver to stab them in the head with. So.
Oh, another one.
Right. What's next then?
So,
who do we decide goes first?
Okay, so at the start of the game, the very first turn, you roll an action dice, which is this dice right here.
Okay.
That's a 50-50 dice. There are 3 star faces and 3 blank faces.
Okay. Yep.
And essentially, just choose one of you guys to roll that dice and nominate blank or star.
well,
You're blank.
fine.
We've got to stay true to our personalities. Okay.
All right, so you're the star. You see that ego? That ego.
Well, let's see if the ego pays. Right.
All right. Let's see what you
This
get.
is going to be called the "Do you know who I am?" roll. Okay. Yes.
Apparently,
And
yes.
apparently the dice doesn't know
Dice
who I
now.
am.
Okay.
You get the Sheriff Rick Grimes
Cool.
Sheriff's badge.
Okay, so I get the badge.
Yeah.
All right. That means that I'm in charge of the initiative in this turn. Is that it? Or how is it?
It's really vital. There are lots of situations during this game where a random thing happens or a random number of walkers are moved, and the player with initiative always goes first in those situations.
Right.
Lovely.
Decide those 50-50s.
Yes.
Which is why we don't roll every turn. That initiative always alternates.
So
you each have an
making that
equal
roll
chance.
once at the beginning of
At
the
the
game,
beginning of the game.
and then it's flipping back and
Yeah.
forth. So next turn, I get to go first.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Right. Okay. Well then, I think I will go first now.
I should probably forewarn you of a few basic concepts first,
Yes.
which may help or hinder your gameplay.
Okay.
Your plan. So first of all, there are some noisy actions that you will make during the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you run really fast, for example, you create noise, which will drag a walker towards you.
Right.
If you fire your gun, you will create mayhem, which is noise +1.
Right. Okay.
If you do that, every walker within 8 inches will come towards you.
Right, and I
Okay.
assume that also affects our threat tracker here. Because
It
as this goes
certainly
up,
does.
our zombies get more deadly, yeah?
Don't use the Z word.
Our walkers.
Sorry.
So, yeah, the threat tracker.
Yeah.
Mayhem is linked to threat. There are several things that can take threat up during the game, but creating mayhem by firing guns is the main way it will go up.
Okay.
That will
what I'm
go
doing turn one.
from all quiet to low to medium to high. And when it reaches the end, the game ends.
Right.
And essentially, if you haven't won the game by then you both lose. The
Okay.
walkers take over.
Now, it's worth saying that this is not a cooperative board game or anything like that. This is a proper, full-on tactical skirmish game where it's all about survivors. So I am totally out for me. He is totally out for him.
Absolutely.
And the zombies are right in the middle.
And I want to
Yep.
get the last Twinkie on Earth.
Okay.
See if
So-
you get that reference. Post below.
Yeah, he's going to have to tell me about the Twinkie. So, okay.
Wrong franchise.
Yeah. The walkers are controlled by an AI system using event cards,
Yes.
and they're also pulled around by noise and mayhem,
Okay.
which means that you can actually play the game solo, because the walkers will just act against you as a kind of force of nature.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
you can play it out solo as well.
You can,
No,
yeah,
I
very
do
nice.
like that as a mechanic because it means I can sit and learn this game before taking it to my friends.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, so do I get to activate then?
You've established initiative, so the next phase is the action phase.
Okay.
Actions always alternate, so you activate one model, perform 2 actions, and then your opponent does the same.
Okay.
So choose a model and decide what to do.
Well,
Who's it going to be?
I
Rick
think
or his son?
I'm going to activate the little boy.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
Carl.
I think in any good horror movie, right, it's always the kid that goes out and gets into trouble first, and then the daddy has to come along and
This,
save the
this
day.
does kind of tie in with
So-
what I know of the series.
Right.
That's
So,
true. He gets into mischief, and
So-
Nick saves him.
what are his options then? You know, he has a series of actions that he can perform.
Yeah, there are quite a few. There are 9 main actions in the game.
Mm-hmm.
The things you can do right now are move,
Yeah.
and then you'll want to search. Carl doesn't have a gun at the moment. He might find one later.
Yeah.
But at the moment, he just wants to move around. He wants to search those piles of loot.
Okay.
Okay.
So How far can he move then?
Okay, you can sneak, which is 4 inches, and you create no noise.
Yeah.
Or you can run for 8 inches, and where you stop, where you end your move, you create noise.
And what is the radius of the effect of noise?
That is always 8 inches.
Wow.
Okay.
But noise will only pull the closest walker to you within that radius.
Oh, only one walker
Only
will be
one
pulled
walker.
towards me.
Okay.
Whereas Mayhem draws them all.
Okay.
Okay, so let me, if you can bring up the board
Yeah,
here.
I've got your board here.
Here's my problem, right? If I'm understanding these rules correct, ding, 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 ding. Right, if I could just move him forward and start to try and sneak, and I could get from there to there, but I'm not getting near this car, which has a loot counter in it.
Yeah, but if you're sneaking...
If I get to the loot counter, I need to run. And if I run him, okay,
then
you
this
say
zombie is going to come after you.
the closest zombie is going to come after me.
Indeed.
Now, that zombie will stop the moment it hits the car.
It will.
And then the next time, it'll then come around, yeah?
Yeah, the very first time a walker contacts a piece of scenery, it will stop. It gets snagged on the scenery.
Okay.
But the next time it moves, it'll walk around it.
So what I have to do is I have to be quite careful with my movement here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward, okay? But I have 8 inches, so I'm going to move forward and make sure that I stay to this side to make sure that that zombie is the closest zombie and that one wasn't.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And it's worth
Okay.
pointing out you can measure it any time in this game.
All right,
Okay.
so there's
Full
no...
pre-measuring, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's tactics, not guessing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's
I
good.
like that.
That's good.
Okay, so this zombie then is just going to move directly towards and then stop, bump at that point. Yes?
Correct, yes.
Okay, now with my next action, I can lift the loot.
You can.
Okay.
So I get the loot counter,
Take the counter.
and I can take that and put that into my little pile, and then I get to draw one of these cards.
So what did you get?
I got a hockey stick.
Lovely.
Oh.
It's a melee weapon, and it adds a red dice to my melee attack roll.
Cool.
Now, in the final game, I'm told that this will have like right hand, left hand.
Yeah, there are slots. So at the sides of the card, the character card, you'll have 2 hand slots, because you've got 2 hands. A body slot for body armor and police jacket, stuff like that.
Yep.
And a head slot for hats. And as you can see, Carl currently has his lucky hat, which is his dad's sheriff hat.
Which is, he's already wearing the hat. Okay, so I'm going to put the hockey stick into my other hand or into my right hand or something like that. Okay? And that's the end of my activation for that character.
Everything he can do, yeah.
I will pass the magic tape measure to
That's
Justin.
fine. So, I'm going to be a little bit quicker about this because I've had time to think of what I'm doing while it's Warren's turn. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try for a run action to begin with Patrick. So he's here. He's going to try and run over this terrain. So I think I need to do a test to get past it, or do I need to start in base contact with it?
You can run around it if you have enough movement. You haven't got to move in straight lines.
Right.
But if you want to jump over the barrier and go direct, then you need to move to the barrier, roll the action dice,
and then
on a star, you can jump over it.
Right, in that case, I'm going to try and run around.
All right.
So,
but of course, you can measure first to see
I will go 3
which is the
inches
most
to here,
expedient.
and then a further 5. We'll take it up into
plenty of
contact
room.
with the car.
No need to risk the jump.
And then this is my closest zombie. So it will come directly toward me and bump up against the car.
We should point out that the movement of all these models on the board is very kind of carefully prescribed. So a survivor can sneak 4 or run 8, whereas a walker always shambles at 6 inches.
Yeah. So it's sort of in that middle zone. But it gives you an idea of where the threat areas are.
It means if you start next to a walker, you can outrun it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it will always keep coming.
All right, well, my second action will allow me to take a lit token. So I can add that to my palette warrant. Give me a top card, please.
I absolutely will. There you go.
I got an ammo reload. Attachment, ranged weapon. Discard this card as an action to reload the attached weapon.
Exactly. If you had a gun, you could basically put that with the gun.
That's fine. I will put that into my backpack and just keep it safe there, because if I get in range of Derek, who has a gun, I may be able to pass it to him.
Yeah, you can swap it later.
So,
Okay.
Warren?
Right. Over to me.
Yes.
Okay, pass me the tape measure of doom.
There you go.
Now, how am I going to do this?
Oh, great. He's getting all meta. He's getting all meta on me already.
You see, I'm in range to be able to get to that loot.
Yeah, but there's a
However,
zombie right
there is
beside
a
you.
zombie right beside me.
You cannot search a loot token if you are in combat.
Yes.
Right.
So if the zombie catches up to me, I'm not going to be able to search that loot.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Okay.
Hmm.
Right. Then, let me think about this. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Right. I'm going to sneak.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm just going to sneak and see
Yeah.
what happens. Now there is another concept here called the kill zone,
Oh,
Yeah.
which is this.
I was hoping to surprise you with that,
bad
but
boy here,
you've
but
remembered.
yeah, I've remembered about this, but we will come back to that. I will give you that. We'll come back to
Okay.
that in a minute. I'm hoping that I've taken it into account, but there's no guarantees of that, so we will see shortly. So, can he use his other action?
You can sneak
Yes.
twice, I assume?
You have a gun. You could shoot someone,
Oh. Uh-oh.
But you can't move twice.
but you can't move twice. It's
Okay.
Oh.
each action only once.
Okay.
Ah.
So I could shoot someone.
This is kind of risky for you now, Warren, with the way you've moved here, because you're standing out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
If you were to fire that gun, you've got 3 walkers to come towards you. 2 would definitely get you.
Well, I don't know. I think those two would definitely. That's Carl.
I'm not going to fire that gun. No. I'm going to wait till I get a screwdriver.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine. So that's both of Warren's activated. I now have 2 left. I assume I can just activate them both now?
You can, yep.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll activate Liam, who's the coward.
Yeah.
He's going to run.
I'll just point out why those 2 are deployed together, because it might affect your decisions. So
Well, I know Derek has the ability.
exactly. So your group is always formed around your leader, and
Yeah.
your leader can bestow certain bonuses upon your group.
Yeah.
Derek has a leader ability, which is a special.
So be more afraid of me. Any friendly model within Derek's kill zone uses his nerve value instead of its own.
Because Liam is such a coward.
He's
Yeah.
more afraid of Derek than he is of the zombies.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
that's fine. So this will influence what I'm doing. So I'll start with Liam. He's going to go for a run action right the way across the board to here.
Uh-huh.
And let's see if there's any zombies within 8 of him. So yes, this zombie is within 8.
Uh-huh.
So it will move 6 inches and hit the barrier.
Yeah.
I am then going to activate
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Derek. Well, actually, no, I'm going to have him hit the deck. So he'll actually lay down prone to hide himself.
I would not advise that.
Okay, then I won't.
Shall I tell you why?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
A barrier is a defensible object.
Right?
If you are both on the long edge of a barrier, you can fight over it. So you are technically now in combat.
Blast.
If you were to lie down now, which you can, essentially, because you're behind a barrier, you can move away if you like. You're not locked.
Right?
But if you choose to lie down, then you are defenseless in combat, and the walker will get you.
I have a cunning plan. He will lie down, so he's on his back. I'm then going to activate Derek, who will sneak for 4 directly across the board, and he will shoot this zombie in the face.
So Liam has lain down.
He has. So I assume he's out of
Go on then.
combat. I'm now not shooting into combat. Yeah?
Yep.
Right, so I'm shooting.
Well,
So-
lie
Lying
him
down then.
down. Lie
All right.
him down.
Okay.
Um,
So he's laying down behind the barrier.
now we have a model lying down. I'll just point out that the reason we start off with the 2-dimensional scenery cards is because just to really clearly demonstrate that you can see through scenery, you can draw a line of sight,
Okay.
you can claim cover from it, but you
Right.
can see your opponents unless they are lying down.
Perfect.
So you now can't be seen by ranged attacks.
That's fine. So I've got Liam laying down. Derek's here. He's about to shoot this zombie.
Indeed.
Give me 2 white dice.
2 white dice on their way. There
Because
you
he has a 38 special.
go. Okay.
Lovely little policeman's gun. Let's see what I get. Ah,
2 ones.
2 ones.
So-
Now, at this point, it's
What?
worth talking about the dice faces, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's 3 different colors of kind of dice that you do these kinds of tests on.
yeah.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Now the reds. Yeehaw! Now the reds have a mix of 1s and 2s on it,
Yeah, and blanks.
and blanks.
Yep.
The whites have a mixture of 1s and 2s, but also numbers with exclamation marks.
Yeah,
on it.
the 2, which is the high score on the white dice, has
that's a headshot. So
A
anything
headshot.
with an exclamation mark is a headshot,
Yep.
which is an instant kill. Yes,
Yes.
And then you
Yes.
have the blues.
Against walkers, yes.
against walkers. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the blue is a mixture of ones, twos, and threes.
Yeah, so there's no blanks
has
on the
the
blue.
actual
There's
it's
no
best
blanks.
dice.
So worst dice, medium dice, best dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was hoping with 2 medium dice there that I could nab a headshot.
Yeah, but there's no. Oh yes, there are headshots on the white dice. There's
Yeah.
no headshots on the red.
Now,
Yeah.
Justin rolled 2 in total.
Two, yeah.
Warren needs to roll a red dice for the Walker's defense.
Okay. And a 1.
Only scores 1, so the difference 2 minus 1 is 1.
Mhm.
So the Walker has 1 wound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It lays down.
Okay.
If
so
that
I've
had
not
been a
got down.
headshot, it would have been removed from play.
That's
Mhm.
fine.
But when it's laying down, it can come back later.
That's
Okay.
fine. It's out of my way for now.
Yep, it can't be locked in combat while it's laying on the ground.
That's fine. Now, I want to check something for next turn, which is how far away am I from this? I think I can just about reach this car next turn, which
Yep.
is fine with me. So, Warren, we are now at the end of my activations. So, what's our
Mhm.
next step?
So the next step is the event phase.
Okay.
Okay.
The first thing we do in the event phase is not draw a card. You're
Yeah.
reaching for it.
Yeah, I was reaching for it. I was, yeah.
It's to check the kill zone.
Right.
Now this is a bit of an extra boost for the walkers, making them extra dangerous. If you
Uh-huh.
move too close, they'll smell your blood and they'll come for you.
Right.
So you check every single walker,
So, we've got one here to check.
Let's
This
start
Carl's right
here.
next to
and
it.
you send to the kill zone, over the walker, and I think that one is in. And
Okay.
if there's a survivor within that kill zone,
Yeah.
the walker just moves around and gets into combat.
Oh, lovely. So, we went from here to here.
Pants.
Damn it, Carl!
Okay.
Hello,
Right.
Carl?
Over here, the wrecked car means
Yeah.
that he's not in the kill zone.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't think anyone else is close enough this
Well,
turn.
It's...
No.
So, we don't have it here, and it's exactly why I wanted this one knocked down, because now it can't move.
It doesn't have a kill zone when it's knocked down.
Right. Okay. Right.
Now, an event.
Now we draw the event card.
Player
from
with
the
initiative
event deck.
always draws
How
the event card.
eventful is the day in this universe?
Roamers. Right. So the event cards
Yeah.
have events that correspond to the threat level
Yeah.
on
Oh,
the
and
threat
I
tracker.
shot, so this goes
Oh,
up
that
by
should have
one.
gone up, yes. Good,
Yeah.
good spot.
Right. So all quiet, low threat, which is where we
Where we're
are at
at.
the moment.
Yeah.
Each player moves one eligible walker in a direction of their choice.
Eligible
Perfect.
walker simply means, it's like an eligible bachelor. It simply means that they're standing up and they're not engaged in combat.
Okay.
That's fine with me.
Brilliant. Okay, so
Yeah.
I take it I get to do that first
You
because
have
I'm
initiative.
Yeah.
and I can move him 6 inches. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
A
Okay,
shamble.
who are you going to pick?
Well, I'm going to pick this dude here.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to walk 6 inches straight forward
Okay.
to there.
Okay. So that really blocks me off.
Ah, I see. I thought that was a bad choice, but then I realised
Yeah.
what he was doing.
Well, actually, I'm going to do something. So
Okay.
over here, this one is well in. So it's just going to walk straight into Rick. And
Does
tie
that
him up.
mean I'm now in combat?
It does mean you're now in combat.
And we still have the melee phase to go.
Lovely.
However,
Okay.
you would probably have been better off moving that walker into Carl.
Oh, this one?
But we'll talk
I don't know.
about...
I want Warren more tied up at the minute than anything
true,
else.
true.
So,
Mhm.
again,
thinking you'd be more likely to kill
tactical
is the
choices.
question.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I think Justin's just won me the game here. So
already he's sensing victory.
Wow. Overconfidence, man.
No, it's just simple. Give me some sugar, baby. Give me some sugar. I know exactly where I'm going.
Okay.
Right. So now what? Now we're into. Is there the combat phase is over or
No,
what?
so the event phase is now over. So
Uh-huh.
the walkers have done their thing, and so
Yep.
now it's the melee phase.
Now it's the melee phase.
If there is any combat whatsoever, and there is, first of all, the threat tracker goes up by 1.
Okay.
Okay, so our threat tracker goes up to 3. We're
Mhm.
still in all clear,
Yep.
hopefully for a little longer.
And now the player's initiative decides where we're going to start with these combats.
Well, we're going to start with this one.
Okay, so it's Rick.
so over here.
Okay. So Rick is in combat with. I don't know. It looks like a mixture of John Wayne and the old grandpa from the Munsters. So.
Okay.
So I want to just shoot him in the head.
Well, you can. There are upsides and downsides to doing this. When you get to the melee phase, you can, if you have a handgun, which Rick
Yep.
does,
Mm-hmm.
that's a weapon type actually, it's not just a
Yep.
general
Okay.
descriptor, you can fire it into melee.
Good.
It gives you a much higher chance of scoring that headshot,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a chance of running out of ammo, and it creates mayhem.
Okay.
We're about to go into low threat.
Let's do it. Let's shoot him in the head.
Do you know what I'm hearing in the back of my mind right now, everybody? Leroy!
I want to shoot him in the head anyway.
Shoot him in the head.
I'm confident. I don't think I'm going to feel the effects of this. I think that this will be fine.
Okay.
Good. Let's see.
Okay. So to shoot him in the head,
Yeah.
I normally get a blue dice.
Rick is great at shooting. He is the only character in the base game to get
And
a blue
I think
dice.
I get an additional white dice because of my revolver, yeah?
You do.
Yeah.
So I get to roll a blue and a white, and I
Right.
need a headshot.
And I need one for the zombie then, yes?
Okay?
Yep.
So one
So
red
he
dice
gets one red
for
one
a
for
zombie.
the zombie. So let's see.
A 1.
And a
Double
2 and a
headshot.
3.
Oh my word!
Like a boss.
Double tap into the head.
That is actually the highest
Is that one?
score you can get with those 2 dice.
Yeah.
So
5 and 2 headshots.
it's that classic scene of Rick just ramming the gun under the zombies or the walker's head and just going, trigger, bang.
Actually, what was going through my head was, this is my boomstick. So,
Another one. Does he ever stop?
You want to see him on the weekend? Some of the stuff we cut out is hilarious.
okay,
Right?
right. So
Okay.
that's that one done.
Yeah, you've
No.
now got Carl.
No,
Have you
wait,
put
wait,
the-
wait, wait,
Did you
wait.
put the threat tracker up?
The threat
Yes, I
checker
did.
has to go
I
up.
did.
But also, I just fired a weapon.
You did.
So anything within 8.
If there are any
I
walkers
don't think
within
there's
8,
anything within 8.
Well, there is. There is one.
But she's in combat.
but she's in combat. She will not go away from a closer target. The blood's up. She's getting scratches in. She
Yeah.
wants his brains.
Right. Okay. I thought it was king.
Uh,
Alright, so
Okay. Right. So now the little dude, right? He doesn't have a gun.
no.
does not.
And if he did have a gun, he wouldn't be using a gun now. Okay.
Yeah.
But he does have a hockey stick.
Yeah,
which is
gonna
very
give
lucky
you
for you that you drew
a
that,
second
drew that
red
card.
dice.
Yeah. So I get a melee red dice,
And another melee
and
red
I get
dice.
another melee red
Yeah,
dice.
so
Correct.
let's see what we get.
So
A 1. A 2.
2.
A 2.
So what happens here?
Now, there's no headshots on red dice. So what
Yeah.
you've done is you've pushed the walker back 1 inch
Uh-huh.
and knocked her down.
That's
Okay.
One less thing to worry about for you then.
Right. And I think that's the end of melee.
It is indeed.
So is what we've seen there now just one complete turn?
No, there's still the end phase to consider.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Now, a few things happen in the end phase, but the only one that affects us right now is testing to see if these walkers get back up.
Right. Okay.
So the play with initiative, that's you,
Mm-hmm.
rolls for each walker in turn, nominate a walker, and then roll an action dice.
That's the green dice in
Correct.
this instance, right?
And on a start,
So-
it gets back up.
For this
So
one,
I'll roll for this lady first. No.
and for this
okay.
guy back here.
Give me a star, baby.
Don't do it. Don't.
Yeah!
Oh!
That
Now,
stands up.
That's very interesting because it gets back up exactly where it fell, which means it's now in combat with you again.
Aye, but we're after the melee phase, which I can live with.
Yeah, the good thing is, because there's a barrier in the way, you can move away.
Okay.
I will be doing this
There-
directly.
Right.
Now, while I'm prone, is my movement cut down any?
Yeah, you can still sneak, which is
Uh-huh.
a 4-inch crawl in this case.
Okay.
Or you can spend 1 action to stand up.
I'm going to go for a 4-inch crawl.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. So is that now the end of a complete?
That is
turn?
now the end of the complete turn.
Right.
Awesome. Awesome. Right. So what happens to the sheriff badge
I
then?
believe
You
I
hand
get
that
this.
over straight away.
Okay.
Always gets handed over.
I am the law.
Okay.
All right, so now we start again from activations, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. So now you choose one of your models to
Alright.
activate.
I'm going
form
to
2
start
actions.
with Liam,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to crawl away. So tape measure, please.
Okay.
And he will crawl 4 inches.
Remember, however, if he's on the ground, he cannot search that loot token.
That's fine. He's crawling to here and standing up.
2 actions. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be me.
Mm-hmm. Right. I am going to go
Uh-huh.
4 inches forward, okay, to take me exactly like that.
Uh-huh.
So I am in contact with both the car
Yeah.
and that.
Oh, stop being cheesy. You can only get one.
Search action, however, can only be used on 1 token. Oh!
Dang. Dang.
Denied.
That's okay. That's okay.
You're at least in position.
I'm going to search the car,
Uh-huh.
okay? So I get myself my little token.
I'll just interrupt you there. You do
Yep.
need to put those tokens on the relevant survivor card.
Oh, on the relevant
Because
survivor
if
card.
the survivor who picked it up dies,
He drops
it.
them all.
So it's
Okay,
important to
so-
note that Carl got one earlier.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
Carl
'cause
got
he got
one,
the
yeah,
hockey
yeah.
stick.
Okay, so Carl got that one, and Rick got that one.
There we go.
That's fine.
Grand. I'm going to lift my equipment card.
Right.
Please don't be a booby trap. Please don't be a booby
Come
trap.
on, blow
Please
up,
don't
blow
be a
up, blow
booby trap. Lurker.
Lurker! Yes! Oh, we like lurkers.
Incident. The searching model suffers a melee attack with 2 red dice and may only defend. The attack is subject to the bitten rule and increase the threat level by 1 and discard this card.
Okay, so our threat level goes
Threat
up
level
to
up.
start.
Mhm.
Okay.
I get to roll 2 reds.
Yeah, my defense is 1 white.
I got
Roll
2.
2.
Oh, goodness me.
So this is going to be a challenge for you. A
2.
2.
2 was a draw.
That's okay.
So
It's
how does that
okay.
work?
He survived. He's not bitten.
And I'm not
Okay,
bitten.
so how do draws work in this? Just to be clear for everyone at home.
Well, this isn't an actual melee. This is a random event.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If it was a melee, then the draw would mean that the walker is pushed back but not wounded.
Okay.
Oh, but this is just an event that there was something bitey in the car.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
and it didn't bite.
So it tried for your fingers and he just went, yep.
Whoop, no. I
Yeah.
take it, that's it over. Nothing's going to come out of the car.
No, that's good.
Alright,
No model is.
All right.
I shot it in the face.
Or
quietly.
you close the car door.
I closed the door. That's it. That's it.
Or you opened the door and it was still seatbelted in because I've seen
Okay.
that happen a few
Yeah.
times.
Alright.
Charles safety locks.
Yeah.
If we can't open them, how can a walker?
Yeah, it's
Right.
just smearing the face against the window now.
Okay,
So,
so that's that one done.
yeah, that's Rick done. So now it's back to me.
Yep.
So what am I going to do here? I think I'm going to go for a sneak action here. So tape measure, please.
Mm-hmm.
I will try and go 4 inches to here, which will take me to this. Now, I know this might seem silly, but I'm just going to loot because I'm not in contact with this,
Mm-hmm.
and I will see what I get. So what's Patrick getting this time?
Okay, there you go.
It's not silly at all.
Bandages.
Bandages.
So discard this card as an action to restore 1 health point lost earlier in the game. Fine with me. So that's his
Keep
2
that-
actions
yeah,
done.
Keep that in your pack.
Yeah, that's in my backpack. Warren, your
Okay.
activation for
Back
Carl?
over to me.
Yes, so what's Carl doing this time?
Right, can I
Gotta remember what
walk
we'll get.
past this zombie?
You can.
Can I run past this zombie?
You can. You can't walk through it.
Uh-huh.
You do have to go around it.
I can't go between it and the car
No,
then.
there's not enough space. You have to go around.
Right.
Is your
Okay.
8 inches going to do it?
Is my 8 inches going to do
It should do.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Well, let's see.
I think I might just give you that.
Right. Okay, so let's see. Round to there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then 4 inches
And
forward.
then 4 inches
Yeah,
forward.
you're in.
Yep.
You're in.
Okay.
Creates noise. I don't
That's
think anyone's within
fine.
8 inches.
Nobody was within 8 inches except for the one that was lying down.
Yep. I
Clever.
can't follow you.
Not worried about her. I'm going to search. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Going to pick up that loot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And see what's in there. Come on.
So,
Boom,
come on,
boom,
Carl.
boom. Give me
Don't-
an explosion.
I got a 2x4. A melee weapon.
He is acquiring all the weapons.
Bludgeon
Yeah.
may re-roll 1 die per melee attack roll.
Right. Do you want to put that into your other hand?
Yes, but the fact that they're so close to each other, can they pass some stuff back and forward
You
between
can
each
do
other?
that as an action. So I think you spent both your
I've
actions
spent
now.
both my actions, so he's just put it in his hand.
But could Rick spend an action to grab it out of his backpack?
No.
Damn. I was just wondering because it is something that people
Yeah.
would ask.
If you came here to get your game tested, you're going to get it tested.
Good to know.
Right,
We're still
um,
testing. So.
I think that's me. So back over to
Okay.
you, Justin.
So I've done Liam and I've done Patrick, yeah?
Yep.
So I
Lucky
have
guys.
Derek left.
Yeah.
So Derek, who's here, I think. Oh, I don't like this.
Yeah. Derek doesn't like that either.
Derek is actually just going to sneak. So tape measure.
There you go.
So he'll sneak to here, put the barrier between him and the walker, and he'll shoot this one again, trying to kill it.
That's your own dude.
That's not my own
Oh,
dude.
okay. I'm only
Liam is here. He is here, and I'm trying to keep these two close together,
Okay.
so that hopefully now that this is going up, he's not going to panic and bolt.
All right.
Because
I was
that
about
is
to
a
say,
big risk
Justin's
right now.
playing really cautiously here.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, shoot, blam, blam, blam.
No, I'm playing movement cautious, but he's trigger happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So give me 2 white dice.
With great pleasure, Justin. I'm looking forward to seeing this.
You need to get a red die.
Uh-huh. I'm going to get a red die.
Damn, just the one.
Just the one. Oh, a 2.
Oh, he hasn't down the walker.
So what happens here?
Several
See,
things
here's the
happen
thing.
here.
I always thought I would survive this type of apocalypse. This is not looking good for me. This is not looking good for my credibility on this topic.
Okay.
You were shooting that walker, right?
Yes, this walker.
Several things have just gone wrong for you.
Yes.
First of all, when you fired that shot, you rolled a blank.
Yes.
Now you must roll the action die to see if you run out of ammo.
Blast.
Which
Blank.
you do.
Which you do. So to remind you that you run out of ammo, you flip your gun card over, so it's the
Okay,
blank side
so,
up. You are now out of ammo.
so this is my 38 special card. It now gets flipped over and goes face down beside him.
Okay.
If only somebody
So-
picked up an ammo reload.
Oh, you mean like this one right over here?
Exactly like that one.
But Patrick's got it.
Now,
Yeah, I know Patrick's got it.
the other thing that's gone wrong for you is that you weren't in contact with that barrier.
Yes.
So you're not defending it. So this walker isn't locked,
Right.
and it will now move around the barrier and get you.
Oh yes.
And then I assume this one moves in
It does indeed.
and hits
And
the
that-
barrier.
Oh,
And this goes up,
Yeah,
this
but-
goes up by 1.
That goes up by 1 indeed.
Okay!
I think that movement of that second zombie was just very slightly wonky, Justin. I think if he was moving, well, I suppose he was moving directly towards you. So you're
Now-
okay. You're okay.
Stop meta!
What's great here is that if you'd had the initiative,
Yes.
you would have chosen to do that one first and get into combat.
Oh, I could have said that.
You
yes.
would have chosen which walker to move first.
Ah.
But because Justin had the initiative,
I was able to save myself
he
a little
blocked
bit.
himself off. He would have been
Okay.
outnumbered otherwise.
You're a very lucky man.
Yeah, well,
Surely he intended that to happen. That was pure cunning.
no, really not. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna die. I'm
So,
gonna die.
right, let's move to the next phase then.
Yeah.
So, what happens next? Now we've all
Checking
finished
the
moving.
kill zone for the zombies.
Checking the kill zone for the walkers, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So give me the kill zone.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is in.
Yep.
So I assume he'll amble around to like here.
He will. I think it's worth saying that we'll kind of nudge them around just to get them in combat at this point.
Okay.
So the wheels
there's
move around.
2
little
in
bits.
combat.
Yep.
Over here, he's in.
Yep.
Let's just
So this zombie's going to come in.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine over there. You've been
Yep.
killing stuff left, right, and center.
Ouch.
This is going to suck.
Does the threat move up during any of that?
Not until the
Okay.
start of the melee phase.
Okay.
Then we need to up one more because we had combat's last turn.
We did that, didn't we?
I think we may have missed that.
Knock it up one anyway. Knock
Oh,
it
do
up
it
one
anyway.
anyway.
Point out that we are now at the extreme edge of low threat, which means
Yeah.
that the most
Yeah.
cowardly character, Patrick, will be panicking next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we've done the kill zone, it's time for the event card, and Justin draws it this time.
Okay, so pass it here.
There you go, Justin.
This is going to be horrible. The hunger.
The hunger.
We're on low threat, yeah?
Yeah.
So each player moves one eligible walker toward the nearest survivor. So there's only one
Only
eligible
one
walker.
eligible walker, and you have initiative.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
and I have initiative, so I will move her.
To the nearest survivor,
Yeah.
which is
Which
you.
is your own.
Oh, oh no! She makes it as well.
Is she in? This is the unluckiest turn I've ever seen. If only you'd drawn a
So all
booby
about
trap.
the ice cream van, people.
Yeah.
If you'd drawn a booby trap from that deck, it'd just finish it. It really would. It really would.
Oh well, hang on. If next turn, if he doesn't panic and actually gets to draw, and that's a booby trap, that would just be a beautiful end to this.
If my memory serves,
Yeah.
Justin has missed an instruction from that card. The hunger has
Yeah.
+1 threat, does it not?
Yes, it does.
Oh, there
Damn!
you go.
We're now in medium threat, which means multiple people are going to be panicking next turn.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So hang on. Should Patrick have been panicking this turn?
Was it on low threat at the start of his activation? I'm not sure it was.
I'm not sure. If it was, we've missed that, but we will be getting it next turn.
It was on the
Yeah.
cusp.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
okay,
gone
we'll
up
say it's
quite
on
a
the
lot
cusp.
this turn. It's gone up a
Okay,
lot this
yeah,
turn.
it really has. Because I was too gung ho with my guns.
Right.
You were, and you're going to get that now.
Yeah, well, this is the
Right,
thing.
are we in the combat phase? Can you please
Yes,
let's
we're
just get
about
on with
to-
it?
we're
Yes,
about-
we are, Warren. Yes, we are.
All right, so let's start with Derek.
Right.
So he's in against 2 walkers. He gets 1 white dice to melee.
For the
Now,
viewers at home,
yes.
we should point out that a walker on its own really isn't that powerful. It has 1 red dice.
I'm kind of screwed here.
But a second walker has 2 red dice. Warren is just illustrating a bell curve right there.
This is exponential, people.
Third walker has 3 red dice, and so on to a maximum of 5.
Right, so I'll roll my 1 white dice.
And Warren rolls 3 dice.
Get a 1.
Oh dear.
This is where you're gonna die. 2.
2. Okay.
So what happens here?
Now the difference there is 1.
Yeah.
So you lose the combat and you are pushed back 1 inch.
Okay, so I am pushed back 1 inch here.
Yep, in sequence there.
Okay.
If he was at the edge of the table and was pushed
Would
off
you
the
stop
table,
trying to be cheesy?
I'm only asking.
He would be trapped against the magical barrier that is the edge of the board.
So
basically,
he
imagine
doesn't
the
auto
buildings-
die or anything.
You take an extra wound.
You take an
being
extra
trapped,
wound
yeah,
for being
you
trapped.
can't be pushed
okay.
back. Yeah.
So I've taken 1 wound, which I assume is this, yeah?
Yeah, on your little wound tracker there.
All right, so if I left this
sure
into
people at
shot
home.
for everybody to see,
Mm-hmm.
so I've got my wound track here, and I'm now down to 4 wounds. Am I bitten?
You are. So that little blue spot that you're using there to mark the wound, these aren't the final counters, ladies and gentlemen. It gets flipped over and becomes red.
Okay.
Which means in our next end phase, we will start resolving bites.
Awesome.
Blast!
Awesome.
Right, we have another combat to fight over here. So, thankfully this is Patrick, who
Yeah.
actually gets a little bit more.
Because
So-
he's got a baseball bat and
Yeah.
ammo.
Well, I do get 2 red dice for combat,
Okay.
and I get to re-roll 1 of them.
Okay, that's grand. Because I get 3 red dice for combat,
I'm
and I only
re-rolling
need to
none.
roll once.
All right, so there's 2 ones. See what
Okay.
you roll.
Watch this. 3 2s, Justin. You
Got it? Let's see
watching?
what you got.
3.
1.
Close enough.
Right, so I'm going to have to
Still.
re-roll 1 of these to see if I can get a 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, another one.
Oh, you're lucky, boy.
So he also takes 1
One
wound.
wound and is bitten.
And is
oh,
bitten.
this is going to escalate.
And then he pushes back
And he's
1
pushed
inch.
back 1 inch.
Yes, so he goes yoink to there.
Right.
Yikes. So I assume because there were combats that round, the threat has to go up. Or have we already done that?
We've already done that.
Okay, fine.
Right, is that it? What's next?
Whew, right, now it's the end phase.
Yes.
So there's only 1 walker to roll for. So
Yeah,
Justin,
I'll take care of that.
Give me a blank.
Yeah, it's a blank, it doesn't get
Blast! Dice gods! Why?
and
Okay.
now you must
Yeah.
roll the action dice for each bitten survivor.
All right.
On
Ooh.
a star, you are okay. On
Uh-huh.
a blank, the infection takes hold and you lose a wound.
Okay, so we'll start with Derek.
Yeah.
Star, please.
He's
Okay,
okay.
he's
It's
okay.
Does it turn back to blue?
Patrick?
No.
Never turns back to blue.
No.
He's
Once
okay.
bitten, always bitten in that
Indeed.
sense.
Okay.
Right.
And now, Warren, you can have that again.
Okay.
You now have free reign just to go after the objectives here. You
Well,
didn't realize
wait,
that.
because something has transpired here that may well cause me problems in the plan that I had. Carl, young Carl, has a nerve of medium.
Ah.
He does
And we're now
indeed.
in this point.
You
so
are.
Okay.
what happens? Now I'm okay with Rick because he is high nerve.
Indeed.
So nothing is affecting him yet. But is Carl being affected now that we're in this?
He
This
is.
part of the threat
Okay.
tracker.
So when Carl is activated, in fact, when any panicking model is activated,
Yep.
you first roll the action die.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
On a star, you're fine, act normally.
Uh-huh.
On a blank, you've got to roll the panic
Are
die
you
to see what
activating
happens.
Carl right now?
I'm going to activate Carl first.
All right,
yes.
let's see what we get here.
A
Blank.
blank. Carl panics.
Blankety blank.
Roll the
Right.
yellow dice, which for now is a d6, but will
Okay.
eventually be a special dice.
Okay, so we get a
A
6.
6.
This could be okay.
Hopefully a 6 is a good thing.
6 is the best result. There aren't many good results on this dice, I've got to say. 6 is the only
Dice
really good one.
gods!
So you may act normally this turn,
Yeah.
and you add a red dice to your melee rolls for the entire turn.
What about that? What about that?
Alright, so
I'm not even going to need it.
There's the tape measure. Do
So-
what you're doing with him.
Here he goes. 4 inches.
Yeah,
Takes
sneaking.
it into that.
Yeah,
And he lifts that.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Now-
you on 4.
Warren is 1 away from winning this game.
He may actually win
So-
it.
You have been the best
Booby trap.
zombie bait the world has
Booby
ever
trap.
seen.
It's a booby trap.
Yeah!
Karma.
The searching model suffers a ranged attack with white and red
So if you give me a red.
and the blast keyword.
The blast keyword means you center the kill zone over that model, and everyone under it gets rolled for.
Oh, are you
well.
getting Rick too?
Oh, no, it's
Oh.
nice. Just
No,
Carl.
Okay, that's fine. And I defend that with my defense. No,
You do, yes.
no, wait, did I get an extra defense die
You did
there?
not.
No. Okay.
Melee.
Melee attack.
Oh,
and
no,
a
So
no,
you
it's
only get
just-
1 red. Let's see what we get.
Okay.
Can I kill Carl? Oh,
Oh
4.
my word, 4, but no headshot.
Blank.
Nothing.
Blank. Oh my word. Carl takes 4 wounds,
I think
1,
this may have
2,
just saved
3,
me.
4.
which is just enough to kill him.
But
He's dead.
But
Each time Carl is reduced to 0 health points, roll another dice.
The lucky hat
The
comes into
lucky
play.
hat
Ladies and gentlemen.
card.
Carl has got such faith in his father's lucky hat.
Yeah. So which dice is it I roll? Is it this dice here?
No, it's
it
the
the
action dice.
Action
On
dice.
the
I assume
star,
a star he lives.
he has 1 wound.
Okay, drum roll.
Come on, let's do it.
Roll. Star.
Yeah! He's back up on 1 wound.
So he's back up on 1 wound. I'll
Okay.
take that. Okay.
Curses.
Otherwise, we would have had Walker Carl pretty soon.
And then
But even if he blows up.
Because you didn't roll a headshot, so he wasn't taken out of action. He would have lain down and possibly
Yeah.
comes back.
I see.
Because, in case you weren't familiar with the Walking Dead franchise,
Everybody's
we're
infected.
all infected. That's
Yeah.
one of the taglines.
everybody's infected.
So
When
Yeah,
you die,
doesn't matter how you die.
it doesn't
Could be-
matter if you're bit or
Could
whatever.
be, no, it doesn't matter. It could be broken neck, heart attack, stroke, whatever. You're coming back.
if
long
you're,
as
if
you
you're
don't
not
lose your head.
headshot, yeah, if you're
Oh,
not
so like-
headshot,
well,
you
you
come
could
back.
just be a little head on the side, or just
Oh no, that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Right, my next activation.
no.
No.
No,
My
no, it's his
Play
activation.
action.
passes to Justin.
Ooh.
Learn how to play.
Ooh, I was getting excited.
Okay, so actually,
And no, there's more to do. Did you put the threat tracker up for that mayhem that just happened? That massive explosion
Okay.
which caused
yes.
mayhem.
mayhem goes up 1.
And now
All right.
all unengaged walkers
Yeah.
within 8 inches move towards Carl.
Ah,
Oh!
they're both in.
Oh!
But Warren, you're the active player, so you get to move these.
Oh yeah, thanks for that, Justin. Yeah.
But it might make a difference.
So,
Well, if you move the other one first.
did they all move? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all within
Okay.
it.
that was mayhem.
Okay. So they're engaged with Carl now.
Mm-hmm.
So we might still get Zombie Carl.
We may still get zombie Carl.
Okay, so my activation, I'm going to activate Patrick, who's sort of my pack wreck in this game.
What's
He's-
Patrick's nerve, Justin?
Oh, blast. It's a medium.
Could it be medium? Are we in
It
a
is.
currently threat level medium?
Yeah, we are. We are. Blast, so that's fine. Give me the die.
Action die first.
Be brave. Be brave!
No.
No, he's not brave.
He's not brave. Okay.
Your bruiser is not brave
Yellow,
today.
yellow dice.
Roll a 1.
4.
A 4.
So that's not too bad.
Making me page flip. Right, now he is forced to shriek involuntarily. He makes the noise action.
That's fine, because
Because there's no one
nothing
around
within
him.
it, and
Excellent.
these are engaged.
His
So that's
second
fine.
action is his to choose.
Alright, so he only has one action.
Yeah, the one action this turn.
Right, his action will be to run
Did that there loot counter?
to that loot counter.
Yeah.
Or actually, do I want to do that? No, he's not going to do that. So
Mm.
he was here, yeah? He will run across this way. 8 inches, as you like.
Interesting.
So
Are you trying to draw
Actually-
them off?
I'm trying to position him.
You're not trying to draw them off.
I'm trying to position him so that he's in contact with this,
Yeah.
but I'm with any of one of these, but it can't hit me, so it'll hit the car first. So it'll get to there. Got it?
Because when he ran, he created noise.
He did. He did
Yeah.
indeed. He's trying to draw it away from his leader.
Mhm.
Well, that, and it means that I'm in contact with the car, so that next activation, I can hopefully get that loot, unless Rick nicks it before me.
Yeah.
Now, I should point out, as the threat tracker goes up, because getting to maximum threat will end the game prematurely, you can at any point spend an action to try and bring it down. It's not automatic, but you can do it.
Yeah, that's not how we roll in here.
Rick is particularly good at doing it as well, so...
Oh, really? Does it cost an action to do it?
Yeah, he basically spends an action.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
then
but
reduces
Yeah,
it.
it costs an action, not
He's not-
happening.
he's not doing it.
You could just shoot people instead.
There
Yeah.
are shiny bottles of water and Twinkies.
I have. This is my turn now, yeah?
Yeah.
I have the father's dilemma here.
Oh, crap.
You know, being a dad, I'm looking at this little man in the hat
Yeah.
with the gun, staring up at the 2 zombies. I'm thinking I'm a little boy, Manny.
Dad!
You know?
Damn it,
I'm
Carl!
thinking, what would I do in this situation? I'm like, I'm a dad and I'm a gamer, but I'm a gamer first. I'm going in to get the loot.
So, sneaking 4,
Sneaking 4.
grabbing the loot.
I will point out that
collecting the loot.
Mantic's very own Ronnie Renson,
Yeah.
some of the viewers at home may remember, has a penchant for just shooting Carl.
Can I shoot my own?
You can shoot into combat.
Oh.
and Ronnie is a little bit gung-ho with the old guns there.
Well,
Well, I do want a fully automatic rifle at some point in this game, if you please.
I've picked this up.
Yeah, that's the 5th piece of loot. See what you get.
I'll see what I
See what you
get
get in case it blows you
in
up. You
case it
never know.
blows me up. Nothing.
You get nothing.
Incident. You find nothing of use.
But you know what just happened then?
I do know what's
Because you didn't just die when you drew that card.
Yeah.
You just won the game.
I did just win
Well
the game.
played.
What about that?
Wow.
That was quite fun.
That was quick.
I love the whole noise mechanic in this. No, as you can see, it's basically very, very simple to play.
Yeah.
But there are layers upon layers in all of this.
Yeah.
And so you have to keep your wits about you. You will, for your first couple of games, don't go too hard on each other for getting the threat tracker and this and that.
Aye.
It'll all come to you. But as you can see, it's so much fun. And the thing that was interesting to me is when I first started playing it,
Aye.
I thought to myself, well, sure, if I sneak around, I'm never going to make noise. But there's so many opportunities to make noise that you didn't realize you were going to create.
There's so many temptations to actually book it to get to an objective before your opponent.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, if you had been further away on this last objective, you may have very well thought, right, he's in combat, I can run, forgetting that would then swing round to you. So you really have to be aware of what's going on.
And
the
it's
table.
other things of being able to use the noise to your own advantage.
There are lots of opportunities and reasons why you'd want to make noise.
Yeah.
To draw walkers away from a surrounded friend. If you're between a walker and an enemy, you make noise as an action, and the walker runs into your enemy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. I really, really loved it.
Yeah.
Mark, look, thank you so much for coming in and showing us
It's been
how
a pleasure.
it plays. Right,
Good.
it's on Kickstarter, guys. Head on over to the Kickstarter if you're interested. It's a cracking game. One thing that I'm really looking forward to, I don't know about you, but I want to scale this up.
You're thinking 8x4?
No. I'm thinking lots of zombies. I'm thinking more survivors.
Yeah.
And also, this is a war game. So although we're playing with the counters and stuff like that, there's hobby to be had here. Yeah. Matchbox, big cars, and stuff like that. There, you can hobby the life out of this.
Yeah.
You'll find in the book there will be rules for 3D scenery of your own choosing. Not just cars and barriers.
Can I please have rules to jump into a car and actually mow down a herd?
There are no promises just yet, but there are requests already being made.
All that's left to be done now, Justin, is flip to the camera for me, please. And you get picked up. You pick up the boy, and you drive off and have an ice cream.
Mosey on out of town.
Oh, lovely game.
Okay, it's not shutting up.
No, it won't shut up. That will be it now for the rest of the night. So I'll leave you guys to be horrified by this music.